doors in Japan are wide open soon. Previously, last week's news on Japan's travel were no more pre-arrival PCR tests, no more guided tours.
But yes, you would learn a lot from a local tour guide on your first day, but it would still cost money.
Now, the only remaining downside is that the potential visitors have to book via travel agency as point of information and contact. Now, this somewhat restricts travelers' options for accommodation. Now, additionally, it prevents you from doing things like booking a hotel on the spur of the moment. So you can't book spontaneously even when you are in Japan. Now, so no free roaming backpacking trips just yet. And all of this, however, is a vast improvement over the old scenario where prospective visitors could only enter Japan if they had signed up for a rigidly scheduled, accompanied group tour. Since I started covering this story of daily cab travel updates in Japan, you'd notice that they started from the very low thousands, and right now they have this 50,000 daily cab. But actually, it doesn't really matter because even though you have like 100,000 daily cab and you only have like tourists coming here 7,000 or maybe 3,000 people, then it's just futile. It doesn't make sense. It's not as important. What is important right now is they should remove the visa. That's one thing that a lot of travelers don't like. It would take so much time and effort on the traveler's side. Okay. Now, Japan's list of permitted countries. This is one thing. Now, Japan's list of permitted countries has been dropped, meaning all travelers from all countries are now being accepted. Now, meaning no more red, blue, or yellow countries here. Now, this all means that they are heading to fully reopening, but at a slower pace. Yes, they are so quick to close the door, but so slow in opening it. I understand that. Now, Japan is really a country of rules, and these rules help them step back a little and then move forward. So it's just that it's part of their culture that they don't decide real quick. Well, except the closing of the doors anyway. And also, there are a lot of gray areas because when Japan releases these updates, they don't follow it with some guidelines. Like if you ask travel agencies about this, they would have different answers. One example would be some travel agencies, when they are asked, they would be like the mediator of your booking of flights and accommodations. And some agencies would say that the traveler can do booking as long as you coordinate it with them. So with my research, I would say that this would depend on the travel agency you're talking with, but just make sure because Japan did give some guidelines with this one. I remember when they did it last year, they actually said that, we are open for tourists, but this would be in group tours. And then they don't release any guidelines. So when you ask these travel agencies, they have different answers. But there are only two things that the immigration at a Japanese airport would require a traveler in order to be permitted. Now, one is a visa and two, an agency. Now, they won't check on your itinerary. So basically, just get the visa, just get the... Now, first, just get the visa and just get the agency. Well, visa is still the king of villains here. Even with the most recent easing, visas remain a significant barrier that may prevent foreign visitors from visiting Japan. Now, if you remember, after they closed the borders, they partially opened, allowing guided tours and a lot of conditions first. Then allowing guided tours this month. Final phase would be easing of visas and removing daily entry cap. Well, as I said, it doesn't even matter right now. That brings me to my last point. In the not so distant future. Now, the daily arrival cap and the requirements for travel agencies, however, might soon change. The Japan Times, the BBC, and Time Out Tokyo all quoted a government official that the 50,000 daily arrival cap and the travel agency system may both be eliminated in the not so distant future. Now the question is, how close or how far is that not so distant future? Well, my new guess would be like late October or maybe early November. Now, how about you guys? If you feel that they will fully reopen next week or next month or next year, well, comment it down below. I want to know your opinion, please. I want to know your answers, your observations, and maybe questions too. I'll answer some of them in my next video. I'll make a frequently asked question or FAQ video next time. Well, in reality, the removal of either policy, which is like the daily cap and the visa exemption, the travel agency system, there's no definite date as of yet, but we'll keep you informed as soon as further information is made public. So please do like this video and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget the notification bell, guys, so that you won't miss any of my videos about Japan's travel. This has been Jeffrey Tinagan, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. See you.